Welcome back to the channel. Coin lover coins may appear ordinary at first glance, but some carry hidden stories and extraordinary value. Among the most iconic American coins is the Lincoln Wheat Penny, a 1-cent coin that has captured the attention of collectors for over a century. While millions of these pennies were minted for everyday use, certain years, mint marks, and conditions have made some Lincoln Wheat pennies extremely rare and highly sought after in the auction market. In this video, we will explore the 5 most valuable Lincoln Wheat pennies, examining what makes them special, their rarity, and the impressive prices they can command today. From historical significance to minting errors, these coins demonstrate that even the smallest denomination can hold immense value. So let's get started. First up, the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in brown condition. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 1-cent coin that has circulated through many hands over the decades. However, to experienced collectors and numismatists, this small copper coin can represent a hidden treasure. The 1949 Wheat Penny carries a legacy that connects American history, craftsmanship, and the passion of collectors worldwide. Today, many people are discovering that coins like this can be worth far more than their original 1-cent face value, especially when they appear in rare conditions or with unique characteristics. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, officially known as the Lincoln Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regular circulating United States coin. By 1949, the Lincoln Wheat Penny had already been part of American currency for 40 years and had become one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. The 1949 version without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark on its coins during that era. This coin was produced during the post-World War II period, a time when the United States was experiencing economic growth and transformation. Millions of these pennies were minted, but over the years many were lost, damaged, or heavily worn, making well-preserved examples increasingly desirable to collectors. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny has several distinctive features that make it easy to identify and appealing to collectors. On the obverse side, the coin displays the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 1949 to the right. Because this particular version has no mint mark, the space beneath the date is blank, indicating that it was minted in Philadelphia. The reverse side features the iconic wheat ears design, with 2 wheat stalks curving along the edges of the coin. Between them appears the denomination, 1 cent, and the inscription, "United States of America," with the motto, "E pluribus unum," placed above. The coin is composed primarily of copper and displays a brown color when it has circulated over time. In brown condition, the coin has developed a darker, aged tone due to natural oxidation, which many collectors find visually appealing because it reflects the coin's long journey through history. Although the 1949 Wheat Penny was produced in large numbers, not all surviving coins are equal in the eyes of collectors. Many of the coins that circulated widely became heavily worn or damaged, while others were melted down or simply lost. As a result, high-quality specimens have become more difficult to find. Even in brown condition, collectors are interested in coins that maintain clear details, strong lettering, and minimal damage. The absence of a mint mark can sometimes make collectors curious about the coin's origin and production history, which adds to its appeal. Additionally, the overall popularity of Lincoln Wheat pennies continues to grow as new collectors enter the hobby. Coin enthusiasts often search through old jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections hoping to discover a valuable wheat penny from the mid-20th century. This steady demand helps keep the 1949 penny relevant in today's numismatic marketplace. The value of a 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in brown condition can vary significantly depending on the coin's overall quality and preservation. In lower circulated brown condition, the coin may sell for $7 million, which is still higher than its original face value. However, when the coin shows better detail and fewer signs of wear, collectors may pay anywhere from $7 million. In some auction markets, exceptionally preserved examples that retain strong detail and eye appeal can reach even higher prices. Professional grading services can also influence the value of a coin, as certified coins often attract serious buyers at auctions. While not every 1949 penny will bring a large fortune, certain pieces with attractive surfaces and strong historical appeal can command impressive prices in the right market. For collectors interested in finding or preserving a 1949 wheat penny, careful handling and proper storage are essential. Coins should always be held by the edges to prevent oils from fingers from damaging the surface. Using protective holders, coin albums, or capsules can help maintain the coin's condition and prevent environmental damage. It is also important not to clean old coins, as cleaning can reduce their value significantly in the collector market. Instead, collectors should focus on preserving the natural surface and color of the coin. Studying coin grading guides and learning how to identify authentic wheat pennies can also help collectors make better decisions when buying or selling coins. Attending coin shows, researching auction results, and consulting experienced numismatists are all valuable steps for anyone interested in building a strong collection. The 1949 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in brown condition represents a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it may appear simple at first glance, this small copper coin carries decades of history, craftsmanship, and collector interest. Its connection to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, its distinctive wheat design, and its enduring popularity among coin enthusiasts all contribute to its appeal. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, discovering a 1949 wheat penny can feel like uncovering a small piece of history. Whether it is worth a few dollars or significantly more in the auction market, the coin continues to remind us that even the smallest pieces of currency can hold remarkable stories and surprising value. Next up, the 1944 United States Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, especially when it appears in brown condition. While millions of these pennies were produced during the mid-1940s, certain examples have become highly desirable in the collector's market due to their historical significance, condition, and occasional rare varieties. Today, we are going to explore the story behind the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, why collectors are fascinated by it, and how some examples have reached impressive prices at major coin auctions. The famous Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin features Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, giving the series its popular name, the Lincoln wheat penny. These coins were produced until 1958 and became one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. The year 1944 was particularly important because it came during the final years of World War II. During the war, metals were heavily needed for military equipment, which caused changes in coin composition. In 1943, pennies were famously made from steel to conserve copper for wartime production. However, by 1944 the U.S. Mint returned to a copper-based alloy, using recycled brass from spent ammunition shells. This wartime recycling gives the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny a special place in American history. The version without a mint mark was struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on pennies during that era. Because of this, the coin is often referred to by collectors as the 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny. Unique all features of the coin. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny has several distinctive features that make it instantly recognizable. On the obverse side, the coin displays the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above the portrait and "Liberty" on the left side. The year, 1944, appears on the right side, indicating the year the coin was minted. On the reverse side, the design shows 2 elegant wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above the center appears the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This simple yet classic design became a defining symbol of early 20th century American coinage. When collectors describe a coin as being in brown condition, they are referring to the natural color that copper coins develop over time as they oxidize. Unlike the brighter red or red-brown varieties, brown coins have a deeper, darker tone. While brown examples are generally more common, well-preserved coins with sharp details and minimal work can still be very desirable. At first glance, the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark might seem common, as hundreds of millions were produced. However, rarity in coin collecting often depends not just on mintage numbers, but also on condition, varieties, and historical context. Many of these coins circulated heavily during the 1940s and 1950s, which means finding high-quality specimens today is much more difficult. Another factor that increases demand is the possibility of rare minting errors. Some 1944 pennies were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. These extremely rare error coins have become legendary in the coin collecting community and have sold for enormous amounts at auction. Even standard copper examples in excellent condition attract strong interest from collectors who want to complete their Lincoln Wheat penny collections. The market value of a 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark can vary widely depending on its condition. In circulated brown condition, many examples may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. However, coins that show very little wear and maintain clear design details can sell for much higher prices. High-grade specimens graded by professional services have been known to reach significant values at auction. Some mint state examples have sold for $8 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. Because of this wide range of values, collectors often carefully examine every 1944 wheat penny they find, hoping to discover a rare variety or an exceptionally well-preserved example. For collectors searching for valuable 1944 Lincoln Wheat pennies, careful observation is essential. Checking the coin's metal composition, weight, and magnetic properties can help identify unusual varieties such as the rare steel version. Examining the coin under magnification can also reveal important details such as die errors, doubling, or unusual minting marks. Preserving the condition of the coin is also very important. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value, so collectors generally recommend keeping coins in protective holders or albums to prevent damage. When a coin appears to be in particularly high condition, submitting it to a professional grading service can help verify its authenticity and determine its market value. Collectors also benefit from learning about coin history, studying auction results, and following the rare coin market. Knowledge and patience are often the keys to finding hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark may appear to be just another old coin, but its history, design, and potential rarity make it an exciting piece for collectors around the world. Born during the dramatic years of World War II and made from recycled wartime materials, this small copper coin carries a fascinating story of American history. While many examples are common, high-quality specimens and rare mint errors can command impressive prices in today's auction market. For coin enthusiasts, the thrill of searching for these hidden treasures continues to keep the legacy of the Lincoln Wheat penny alive, reminding us that even the smallest coins can sometimes hold extraordinary value. Next up, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny, without a mint mark in brown condition. While it may look like an ordinary coin at first glance, this piece represents an important era in American history and numismatics. For many collectors, finding a 1941 penny without a mint mark can spark excitement because certain well-preserved examples have sold for impressive prices at auctions. In this video, we'll explore the history, features, rarity, and market value of the 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny and explain why collectors around the world are still searching for this historic coin. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. The coin was designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln became one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. The Wheat penny series was minted from 1909 until 1958 and is known for the two wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and national strength. The year 1941 came during a significant period in American history, just before the United States entered World War II. Millions of pennies were produced to support the growing economy, and the coin continued to be struck primarily in copper. Pennies without a mint mark were produced at the main minting facility of the country, the United States Mint in Philadelphia. Because of the large production numbers that year, the 1941 penny is relatively common in circulated condition, yet certain well-preserved examples, especially those with exceptional detail, can become highly desirable to collectors. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark carries the classic design that collectors admire. On the obverse side, the coin displays the detailed profile portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head appears the word Liberty, while the date 1941 is clearly struck on the right side of the coin. The phrase, "In God We Trust," arches along the top rim, emphasizing the traditional motto used on many American coins. The reverse side showcases the famous wheat design that gives the coin its popular nickname. Two elegant wheat stalks frame the edges of the coin, surrounding the inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America. At the top appears the motto, E pluribus unum. The warm brown color, known among collectors as brown condition or bien, develops naturally as the copper surface ages and reacts with the environment over decades. While some collectors prefer bright red copper coins, brown examples can still hold considerable value when the details remain sharp and the surfaces are free from heavy damage. Although the 1941 penny without a mint mark was produced in large numbers, rarity in coin collecting often depends on condition rather than mintage alone. Many of these coins circulated heavily during the 1940s and 1950s, meaning most surviving examples show wear. Coins that have remained well preserved, with clear lines in Lincoln's hair and strong wheat stalk details on the reverse, are much harder to find. Collectors are especially interested in coins graded by professional services such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company. When a 1941 penny is discovered in higher grades, even in brown condition, it can attract strong attention from numismatists. The demand is also fueled by collectors trying to complete a full set of wheat pennies from 1909 through 1958. Because of this ongoing interest, even a coin that once seemed ordinary can become an important collectible piece. The market value of a 1941 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark varies widely depending on its condition. In heavily circulated brown condition, the coin may only sell for $9 million. However, when the coin is well preserved with minimal wear, its value can increase significantly. Examples in very fine to extremely fine condition can sell for several dollars, while coins graded mint state can reach much higher prices. Some beautifully preserved examples have sold at auction for tens or even hundreds of dollars, particularly when the coin shows strong detail and attractive natural toning. Rare high-grade specimens certified by grading companies have occasionally fetched even higher prices due to collector competition in the auction market. For collectors hoping to find or purchase a valuable 1941 Lincoln wheat penny, careful examination is essential. Always check whether the coin truly has no mint mark, which indicates it was produced in Philadelphia. Pay close attention to the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the visibility of the wheat stalks, and the overall surface quality. Avoid coins that have been harshly cleaned, since cleaning can significantly reduce a coin's value. It is also wise to store coins properly in protective holders or coin albums to prevent further oxidation or scratches. If you believe you have a high-grade example, submitting it to a professional grading service can help verify authenticity and determine its exact condition. Doing so can greatly improve the coin's desirability and resale value in the collector market. The 1941 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in brown condition may appear to be a simple 1-cent coin, but it carries a rich story from a pivotal era in American history. As part of the beloved Lincoln wheat penny series, it represents both the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the craftsmanship of early 20th century American coinage. While many examples remain common, well-preserved pieces can still achieve impressive auction results and attract serious interest from collectors worldwide. The next time you examine old coins or check your pocket change, remember that even a small copper penny from 1941 could hold a surprising piece of history, and perhaps a valuable hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark stands out as a piece of American history that continues to attract attention from collectors and investors around the world. Even in brown condition, this humble 1-cent coin can hold surprising value depending on its preservation and unique characteristics. For many people, discovering a 1940 penny in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure. Originally worth just 1 cent, some examples of this coin have sold for impressive amounts at auctions, proving that even the smallest pieces of currency can carry significant historical and monetary value. The famous Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of the beloved American President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first regular circulating U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. The obverse of the coin proudly displays Lincoln's profile, while the reverse shows two wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, giving the coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny was produced during a time when the United States was recovering from the Great Depression and approaching the early years of World War II. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the main mint facility, the historic United States Mint located in Philadelphia. In 1940, millions of these pennies were produced to support everyday commerce, yet decades later they have become cherished collectibles. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny has several distinct features that make it instantly recognizable. On the front of the coin, collectors see the dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above the portrait and "Liberty" to the left. The date, 1940, appears clearly on the right side of the coin's obverse. The reverse side is equally iconic, displaying two detailed wheat ears that curve along the left and right edges of the coin. Between these wheat stalks appears the bold wording, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the national motto, E pluribus unum, placed along the top. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it its characteristic reddish-brown color when new. When collectors refer to a coin as being in brown condition, it means that over time the original red copper color has oxidized and darkened. While this condition is more common among older pennies, well-preserved examples with clear details, strong lettering, and minimal work can still be quite desirable among collectors. Although the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny was minted in large quantities, rarity in the coin collecting world often depends more on condition and special varieties than simply on mintage numbers. Most pennies from 1940 circulated heavily for decades, which means high-grade examples are much harder to find today. Collectors actively search for coins that show sharp details in Lincoln's hair, clear wheat stalk lines on the reverse, and minimal scratches or discoloration. Certain varieties, such as coins with unusual minting errors or exceptional preservation, can command significantly higher prices at auctions. Because the Lincoln Wheat series is one of the most widely collected coin sets in the United States, even common dates, like the 1940 penny, maintain strong demand in the collector market. The value of a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark can vary widely depending on its condition and grading. In typical brown circulated condition, the coin might sell for $4 million. However, coins in better condition with stronger detail can reach values between $10 and $50. When a coin survives in exceptional condition, particularly with minimal wear and strong original features, the price can climb dramatically. High-grade examples certified by professional grading services have sold at auctions for hundreds of dollars, and in some rare cases even more. These higher prices reflect not only the coin's age but also the difficulty of finding such well-preserved pieces after more than 80 years in circulation. For collectors who hope to find or preserve a valuable 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, careful handling is extremely important. Coins should always be held by the edges to avoid damaging the surfaces, and collectors should never attempt to clean old coins because cleaning can significantly reduce their value. Using protective coin holders or albums can help prevent scratches and environmental damage. It is also wise to examine coins carefully for unusual characteristics such as minting errors, doubled lettering, or exceptionally strong details, as these features can greatly increase a coin's desirability and value in the collector market. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark may seem like a simple copper coin, but it represents a remarkable piece of American history. From its connection to President Abraham Lincoln to its role in everyday life during the early 20th century, this small 1-cent coin carries both historical importance and collectible appeal. Even in brown condition, the coin continues to fascinate collectors who appreciate its design, history, and potential value. For many enthusiasts, the thrill of discovering one of these vintage pennies is a reminder that hidden treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places, sometimes even in the spare change sitting quietly in a pocket or jar. Next up, the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark stands as a coin that often captures the attention of collectors. At first glance, this small copper coin may appear ordinary, but for coin enthusiasts and collectors, it can represent an exciting opportunity to discover a valuable piece of American history. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny in brown condition is especially interesting because of its historical significance, distinctive design, and the growing demand among collectors who carefully search their coin jars and pocket change hoping to find one. In today's video, we will explore the story behind this remarkable coin, its features, rarity, and the impressive auction values it can reach in the collector's market. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic image. The wheat penny series continued until 1958, making the 1957 issue one of the final coins in this historic design era. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was produced at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia. During the 1950s, America was experiencing strong economic growth, and billions of pennies were minted to keep up with the needs of everyday commerce. Because of this large production, many people assume the 1957 penny is common. However, certain varieties, high-grade examples, and well-preserved coins in brown condition can still attract collectors and command impressive prices at auctions. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny has a simple yet iconic design that collectors instantly recognize. On the front, or obverse, the coin displays the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" appears to the left. On the right side of the portrait, the date, 1957, is clearly visible. Because this particular coin has no mint mark beneath the date, it indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse side of the coin features the classic wheat design, which gives the coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. Two elegant wheat stalks curve along the edges of the coin, framing the inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above these words appears the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. The coin was composed primarily of copper, giving it a warm reddish tone when new. Over time, many coins developed a darker brown color due to natural oxidation, which is why collectors classify them as brown condition coins. While millions of 1957 Lincoln wheat pennies were produced, finding them in well-preserved condition can be more difficult than many people realize. Coins circulated widely through everyday transactions, and most became worn, scratched, or damaged over time. Because of this, collectors carefully search for coins that still display strong details and original surfaces. The demand for wheat pennies has remained strong for decades, especially among beginner collectors who enjoy completing full sets of the series. The 1957 penny is particularly interesting because it was minted near the end of the wheat penny era. Some collectors also search for rare varieties such as doubled dies or coins with unusual striking errors, which can significantly increase their value. As more people become interested in coin collecting, the demand for well-preserved examples continues to grow. The value of a 1957 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark depends largely on its condition. Coins in heavily circulated condition may only be worth a few cents above face value. However, brown condition coins that still retain clear design details can sell for several dollars in the collector market. Higher grade examples, especially those graded by professional coin grading services, may sell for significantly more. Some exceptionally preserved coins have sold for $3 million or even higher depending on their quality and rarity. If the coin also happens to be a rare error variety, the value could climb into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars at specialized auctions. Because of these possibilities, collectors often examine every wheat penny they find very carefully. For collectors hoping to discover a valuable 1957 Lincoln wheat penny, patience and careful observation are essential. Always examine the date and check whether the coin has a mint mark beneath it. Remember that coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. Pay close attention to the overall condition of the coin, including the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait and the details of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Using a magnifying glass can help identify small details and possible error varieties. It is also important to avoid cleaning old coins, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce the coin's value. Storing coins in protective holders and keeping them in a dry environment can help preserve their condition for years to come. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark may appear like a simple copper coin, but it represents an important piece of American numismatic history. With its classic wheat design, connection to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and the excitement of possible rare varieties, this coin continues to attract collectors from around the world. While many examples remain affordable, high-quality pieces and rare errors can command impressive prices in the auction market. This is why collectors always encourage people to check their pocket change, old jars, and family coin collections carefully. You never know when a small, ordinary-looking penny might turn out to be a hidden treasure worth far more than one cent. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries and rare coin values. See you in the next video.